I think the key is you've got to start at the beginning. And most people forget that the beginning is the recruitment process. You set the tone for an employee's expectation as they come into your company. So how you manage their application, your response times, how articulate you are in the interview, whether or not you conduct yourself appropriately in the interview, how you manage that offer process, and whether or not you argue about an extra $50 here or there, or you're trying to lowball a candidate, or you go above and beyond, or you offer something fair. But how the company actually conducts themselves during that process is extremely important, because it sets the tone for what the candidate who becomes the employee expects when they move into the organization. And yet so many companies neglect what I call candidate experience, which is, you know, we've all been to interviews we've never heard back from, took an hour out of your day. You know, the company couldn't even consider or didn't consider it relevant to actually send you a note, explain why you weren't selected. It's okay if you're not selected, but what are the reasons why? But providing you do then get them on board, the second element of that is their day-to-day experience actually living the values of the company? So everyone goes onto a website and everyone has these corporate values that they talk about, and things like integrity, or putting the customer first, or, you know, we care more, or we are disruptive and we have a transparent society, or, you know, transparent team. But then if they come in and the reality is that you talk that we want to improve things and embrace digital, and then you join a team that is working with pen and paper, and you ask, hey, can we improve this? And the response is, no, we don't do it like that here. Then there's a complete disconnect. And so there has to be an authentic communication in that. If you are a micromanaging team who will just rigidly stick to the process, that's also okay, but just communicate it up front, because you want the employee who joins the firm to actually be aligned to those values and fill into that culture and so on. And most people are so worried about putting off the candidate in the beginning, or putting off the employee, that they put their best, you know, foot forward in the interview. But that doesn't turn out to be a reality, and that causes employee disengagement, high new turnover rate, and so on. So for me, that's really where firms have to focus when they think about employee experience, is what is their conduct at all times. And their first interaction with any employee is actually when they apply.